Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. So in my last video, I told you guys a little bit about the top 6 districts where tourists usually tend to stay when they come to Lima. Do you remember what they were? It was Barranco, Miraflores, San Isidro, San Borja, Surquillo, and Surco. So today I'm going to give you guys my personal advice as to where you should stay when you come to Lima. So what I failed to mention in my last video is that you can stay in the district of Lima, which is the center where you have all the historic buildings and stuff, but people usually don't stay there because that district is more for just going to visit and to see all of the beautiful buildings and to do the tours that are around that area. But people don't like staying there because downtown Lima is considered a little dangerous at night, especially when you don't know the area and you don't know the language, etc. So with that being said, the majority of tourists that come to Lima tend to stay in Miraflores, San Isidro, and Barranco, the districts that are along the coast. So the reason tourists tend to stay in these 3 districts that I just mentioned is because they're full of restaurants, hotels and hostels, and things to do. And more than anything, they're considered generally safe. Another reason people try to stay in these districts when they come to Lima is because they're closer to the center. And these districts never seem to really sleep. There's always someone walking around. There's always a bar open or somewhere to eat, which is not really the case in residential districts like San Borja and Surco. So I did some research about how many hotels and hostels there are in Barranco, Miraflores, and San Isidro, and Miraflores seems to be everyone's preferred district because it had tons and tons of hotel and hostel listings on the different websites that I checked out. So you can stay in Barranco, but locals tend to consider Barranco a little unsafe at night, especially when people are leaving bars and clubs drunk and stuff. You have to be very careful because not a lot of places are very well lit at night, and Miraflores and San Isidro don't really have that problem. Miraflores and San Isidro are considered very modern districts. They have a lot of nice well-lit areas. Miraflores has tourist police now. They're just considered generally just pretty darn safe. You can stay in Surquillo, but like I said in my last video, Surquillo is an up-and-coming district. Some people still don't consider Surquillo very safe. I haven't really seen any hotels in Surquillo. I mean, I know there has to be a few, but I have seen quite a few hostels, but the hostels don't look very nice and inviting, so I personally wouldn't stay there. So although Surquillo doesn't really have very many nice hostels and hotels for that matter, don't be afraid of staying there if you're renting an apartment or maybe even a house, because it does have its nice little areas and it's really convenient because it's really close to Miraflores, and so your taxi's not going to be that expensive, and it's a lot cheaper than renting an apartment in Miraflores or a house in Miraflores. So it's a win-win in my opinion. So like I said in my last video, you can stay in San Borja and Surco, but these districts are further out east, and people generally try to stay in the districts that are along the coast. So my advice to you guys is to try to stay in Miraflores and San Isidro. Like I mentioned earlier, Miraflores has tons and tons of hotels and hostels, so there will always be a place for you to stay, and there is accommodation for all budgets. You can find a hostel for as little as maybe $8 a night, or you can stay in a 5-star hotel for as little as $120 a night. But Barranco's okay as well. You just have to be a little more careful, and you know, you can stay in San Borja and Surco, but they're further out. Alright you guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch these videos. And if you liked this information that I shared with you, or you know someone that could benefit from watching this video, please share this video with them, give this video a like, and I appreciate all of your love and support. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye. So today I'm going to give you guys my personal advice as to where you should try to stay when you come to Lima. That sounded really country. My personal advice. I gotta do this again. So today I'm going to tell you guys my personal advice as to Oh, the spider! I got a spider on me! And that's because they're